Welcome. Thank you all so much for coming. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Can we have the roll call, please?
Shoemaker.
Here.
Vaughn.
Here.
Poland. Here. Hofstadter.
Here.
Kahn.
Here.
Kellogg.
Here. Okay, we're going to start out with the CACFP week. Whereas one of the basic rights of children as set forth in the Universal Declaration of Human Rights by Eleanor Roosevelt in 1948 is their basic right to nutrition. Caring for the children must be our nation's first priority, and whereas since the inception of the Child and Adult Care Food Program in 1968, it has granted our children the best possible foundation in life and benefited many adults, which is vital to our state's long-term health. And whereas the two fundamental goals of the CACFP are that children serviced by this program will be well nourished during their crucial years, while concurrently learning healthy eating behaviors that will last their lifetime. Emotional, mental, and physical health originates with nutritious eating. And whereas we acknowledge the child and adult care providers, nutrition educators, program specialists, and staff, state and federal professionals, and parents who contribute to the success of this outstanding program, the Child and Adult Care Food Program. And whereas the CACFP community will continue its commitment to the benefit of nutritious eating for children and adults. Together as Americans, we can make a difference in the lives of our children. Now therefore, I, Kelly Hoffey, Mayor of the Village of Millersburg, do hereby proclaim the week of March 16th through 22nd, 2025 to be National Child and Adult Care Food Program Week. I urge our citizens and all agencies and organizations interested in meeting every child's nutritional needs to unite on that week in the observance of the necessity of child and adult care food programs to provide quality child care and nutrition security to children and older adults in our community. And because of that week, I'm going to be feeding the kids at Head Start on Tuesday the 18th, and I'm excited to give them some food. So that'll be fun. The community events we have, Moana 2 is going to be at the library on March 22nd at 1 o'clock. That's a free movie day. This is fun. My kids love, we always had Nerf battles. Christmas morning, we did a James Bond Nerf battle, got my husband the big Nerf gun. So on March 24th, Kids Nerf Battle. You need to bring your own blasters and darts and make sure they're labeled so you can take home as many darts as you bring. And you can call the library and register for a time slot from 1:30, 3:30, or 5:30. I think that's going to be a lot of fun. The bicentennial update, the elementary has our coloring page, and they will be doing that coloring contest within the next 2 weeks. And when they're done with that, they will contact me. I will pick those up, and then I will let you, Andrea and Brad, know, and we will, if any other council members want to be involved in that, we will do the judging in here in council chambers once we get that. Any visitors wish to address council at this time? We'll start with Dale.
All right. Hi, my name is Dale Brenner. I'm the president of the Lions Club here in Millersburg. This is Debbie Mullen. She's also a member of the Lions Club. Many of you probably know the Holmes County Hometown Heroes project that we did with the banners that we're putting the veterans up. We started that in 2022, and when we did that, we started with 35 banners. Debbie presented that in 21. Basically asking the Lions Club to sponsor it so that they had a trusted name that they were sending the checks to so that everybody knew it was legitimate. So we did kind of adopt the program. From that, we were putting them up and taking them down. Since 2022, in 2023 we had 58 banners. 24 we went up to 67, and this year we went up to 85. So with the project growing at the speed that it has, we're asking if the city would want to take over this project because almost more than we can handle. With 85 banners and many of our members not able to carry that 12-foot ladder and climb that 12-foot ladder, and, you know, some people we wouldn't want up there because of balance issues and everything else also. It is becoming harder and harder for us to do this project. So basically, what we're asking is, would the city like to take this over? And we would help you get started, we would help you throughout the project too. I mean, it's not like we're running away from it. If you would need any help, we would be more than happy to help, so. That's where we're at.
Anybody have any questions?
So it's help with putting them up?
Pardon me?
What exactly did you want the city to take over, putting them up? or-
Well, we were wanting to know if you wanted to take over the entire project. So that would be taking the applications for it. You would have to set up your own account and everything unless you, well, I guess you probably want to set up your own account. If you wanted to do all that, or, go ahead.
Yeah, so the managing of the program is not a big deal. I manage it, I manage the Getaway program as well. So year-round, people send in applications, it's a matter of taking their money, collecting their pictures, just organizing everything. It's year-round, we do that. The big problem for us is getting the banners up and down and storage of the banners year-round. Right now, they're taking up half my basement, and it's not necessarily the best place for them. And I'm willing to keep managing the program for now. There's gonna come a time, obviously, they don't wanna retire doing that, but for now, I'd be willing to do that if we can get help putting the banners up and down. The labor is what, you know, the program is growing at a faster rate, but the age of our lines it's growing the same amount. Like it's just not safe for them anymore. So that's what we really need the help with right now, is a way to get them up and down and storage of the banners. Right now, that's the urgency.
I would like to add that some of the other local communities actually decided they wanted to take over their own projects. So for example, she started it also in Sugar Creek. They have taken over the project, they actually took it over in the beginning, they started doing it themselves.
The village stores the banners, they put them up and take them down. Their street crews do that for them.
Killbuck, Nashville, and soon Glenmont's gonna start their this year
Starting this
also.
year, Glenmont did that.
Yeah. So a lot of the local communities are already doing that themselves, and they're actually managing the whole thing, correct?
Yeah.
You still do the Sugar Creek one as
I
well?
do Sugar Creek.
Okay, so she still manages as far as getting the banners, correct? So similar to what with Sugar Creek would be similar to what we're asking Millersburg to do in this situation is deputies still agreed to manage it if you could help us store them and put them up and take them up. Or put them up and take them down.
Where would they store them, Nate?
Nate?
I mean, do we have to make a decision tonight?
Nate's basement.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
I can't promise I'll come back and make two business.
Now,
To give you an idea of how much space they take up right now, they're in like a coffin-sized Tupperware, stand on and rolled up. I mean, it's not a huge amount of space, but it is heavy, like I have to carry this up out of my basement. So it's not ideal.
Dale, how long does that take you guys
well,
to
it
do
depends
that?
how many people we have. If we could, well, the last time when we had 67 banners, I think it took about 3 hours, but we only really had probably 5 people doing it. It actually slowed us down. We tried to use a lift from Homes Rental on some of the ones going down to the school. But the problem is that lift, you had to bring the feet down and balance it every time. So it took so long to go from A to B to C. So it's actually quicker if you just grab your ladder and start going. It doesn't take long if the brackets are already in place, because all you're doing, we don't take them down. All you do is slide the banner on, put a zip tie on, and you're done. It's that simple. If you have new ones, like this year we have 18 new ones that we need to put up, the brackets themselves, that takes longer, because now you're putting up the bracket, and it takes, measuring, they need to be over the sidewalk. If they're over the sidewalk, they need to be 11 feet high from the bottom, and then basically it works out to be 15 feet from the top. It's 4 feet banners. So when you do that, each bracket has 2 clamps. So you put the bracket up, put the 2 clamps on, put the other bracket up, put the other 2 clamps on, and then you put the 2 poles through. So once it's there, it's a piece of cake. But I want to say with about 5 people doing it. Well, actually, here's how it is. Let me correct that. 3 people doing it, 2 people on the ladder, 1 on the lift, carrying stuff. We had little wagons and stuff, we were carrying the banners and the brackets and stuff with it. I think it took us about 3 hours, okay? Maybe 4, I think it's closer to 4.
Closer to four. In
Closer to
Sugar
four.
Creek, they have the street crews, the village street crew, which is 2 trucks and I think 4 people. But they take several days, so they store, I don't put a limit on them as to when they start putting the banners up, as long as they're up before Memorial Day. So they take, you might see banners start going up and it might be 2 weeks as they have time, they'll put a few banners up. So it doesn't all have to be done in one day.
Sure.
It would be ideal.
So ideally, I think we promised them to have it up before Memorial Day and down after July, no sooner than after July 4th, okay? That's optional. Last year, we left them up longer because nobody needed the brackets. We just left them up.
And we didn't have time.
You know, if somebody else needs the brackets that are up there, we take it down. Yeah, we were busy with the fair and we got crazy busy last year, so. Again, it's not the time factor as much as how many able-bodied people do we have to do it, is what we're going to do, so.
I'll throw in my 2 cents. I think the street department could hang them, but leave the Lions Club maintain, taking the money or the business part.
Okay, and that's the voucher to do
Yeah.
that.
That's my feeling.
Nate, do you have any comments about,
If you guys want us to do that, we'll do it, for sure. Yeah, you addressed one of my concerns that there isn't an expectation that this day they all go up and if we can fit it into our
I've ordered the banners
schedule.
enough in advance that you'll have them all by the end of April.
Yeah,
And then you have the whole month of May, anytime you want to start putting them up, as long as they're all up by the
By
Memorial Day,
Memorial
that's when I
Day, yeah.
promised the people that sponsor them.
yeah.
Um,
Is there, just, I don't wanna get into the weeds too much, but is there our discretion as to where they go?
Yes, no, I don't.
There's no
I
reason?
don't make any promises to anybody about where the banner's
Okay,
going.
yeah.
The only thing that we've done in the past is our Killed in Actions and our POW banners, we put on courthouse lawn.
Yeah, okay,
Otherwise, no, and I can separate those out, well, if you're storing them, I won't have access to that.
yeah.
I try to separate them out for the lines.
Do we have a cherry picker?
Hmm.
We don't.
No. Does it change much year to year?
Well, we've added,
We keep
I
most
guess
of the same
beyond
rules.
adding, it is,
you mean as far as adding
it's
banners?
continual,
Well, in 22, we started with 35, and now we have 85.
But last year, we only had 5 banners.
Yeah, last year we only had
They're the same banners.
9
every
banners,
year.
9 banners last
I
year.
guess that's what I meant, the same
Yeah,
people,
same.
same banners are going up.
Yeah,
year
Yeah.
after
well,
year.
once they buy the banner, we don't make them pay any more to pay them
Okay.
back up.
Yeah, it's
So
not a
until that
one-time.
banner's wore out, we don't ask for any more money. So
Okay.
it's the same banner's going up every year, until they're wore out, and then we ask them if they wanna renew that
Okay.
banner. Hindsight, we probably should have charged every year, but we don't, it's just what we did. You know, if storage is an issue, let us know, and I may have an option for that. Before Millersburg Brewery has offered it upstairs,
Mhm.
so if that's an option for you guys to get them from there.
No, I think
to
we'd
store 'em.
we'd be able to store them,
Okay. Alright.
if you guys want us to take it on, we'll do that.
We were thinking this year, going, because we need 18 new banners, or new spots, going down 83 or even going up Glen Drive.
Oh, yeah.
And Glen Drive's poles, I don't know if you noticed, they're square,
Square, yeah.
but the bracket we have would either work on the corner of it or on the flat side, however you want that
Okay,
banner, whatever angle you want. It would work, because I just tried them out today, I just wanted to check to make sure they would work. So there's actually 18 right there on Glen Drive. If you didn't want to grab any more of the utility poles, that's an option.
and those are our poles, so,
Yes,
so
yes,
you don't have to get permission from anybody else.
right, right. We actually thought about Walmart too, but then you'd have to ask their permission for that one. But down the road, if we ever needed a lot more, we thought about roadies. That's an option. There's quite a few poles yet on 18, I forget how many we said, it's quite a few. Or on 83, I mean, so.
There's at least 25 more.
Yeah, so we have room to grow yet. If we keep adding at that pace though, then
Then we have to make them.
Well,
we
some of
might have
those
to
go
think
to
of another way
their,
to do it.
maybe to their hometowns though, like Are
That's
these-
what, so Killbuck, when they started theirs, they asked if they could have the Killbuck banners.
Yeah.
So I reached out to those families, and most of them said yes, they wanted their banners
Okay.
transferred, so we did,
Got those separate?
yep.
Will be.
I was gonna ask you about that too, and about Glenmont's.
Yep, so, yeah, I think I had 5 from Glenmont, so if the families agree to not have, some families want them to stay in
Mhm.
Millersburg, but for the most part, they're happy to have them go to the town that they actually grew up in.
Yes, if they wouldn't have, if Killbuck wouldn't have taken some of theirs, we would have more than, we would have more than what we have now. But they took, yeah, 7 of them, I think, so.
If that's something you guys wanna do, does someone wanna make a motion?
Nate, do you feel comfortable committing?
Yeah,
The-
good.
to
I wouldn't if it
partnering?
had to be a certain date, all within that
Yeah.
day. We would probably make it happen, but if we got some time, a week or two to fit it in with everything else that guys do, I'm comfortable they can do it.
I'll make the motion that we proceed with it.
Second.
Excuse me, Shoemaker,
Aye.
Vaughn,
Aye.
Hulin,
Aye.
Hofstadter,
Aye.
Khan,
Aye.
Kellogg.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
Let me know, and we'll,
Question, do you have 12-foot ladders? 4 taller?
go out.
Do you have some?
Got something for sale now?
If you have a problem, let me know.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you both very much. Okay, Jim. Jim, you're up next.
Thank you. Since I can't roar like a lion, I'm going to use this. My name is Jim Nussbaum, and I have had the pleasure to address you all before. Tonight's a very different thing that I'm bringing to you. I brought along tonight my supervisor, Jessica Bowl. We are both working for the Holmes County Health Department. And I was brought on 3 weeks ago now to be the community ambassador for the health department on some initiatives that we are doing now. And my job is basically to go out into the community, both introduce what we're trying to do and get responses back from the people that we can use in the health department. The initiatives that we're working with come from the Creating Healthy Communities initiative from the Ohio Health Department. And we have come to 2 different initiatives that we want to look at. One is dealing with healthy eating, and the other is with healthy activity. With healthy eating, we're going to be looking at the possibility of getting off the ground a farmer's market up in Holmesville. But with healthy activity, we're looking here in Millersburg at Clay Street Park because it seems to be, well, it really is the only park right in the center of Millersburg, and it's available to a lot of people in that area. So my work from when I was brought on in the middle of February until the end of September is to, first of all, go around to the people in Millersburg who might use that park. I'm looking principally between Adams Street and where Clay and South Washington come together. And then looking from South Washington over to Monroe Street. So that multi-block area that surrounds the park. I have started already going out, getting some surveys. I've gotten about 10 surveys done so far. Going to individual people and trying to go to some of the businesses like the Lutheran Church, the Presbyterian Church, people who might be using the park in ways that you normally wouldn't think about. People like Habrons Insurance, maybe some of those people could come over and use the park for their lunch hour or come over and get some exercise there. I am, excuse me, I am getting a lot of opinions from people. Interesting that most people I have surveyed rarely go to the park. Even people across the street rarely go to the park. And I am both trying to encourage them to look at the park in new ways and also tell us what it is that might get them to come to the park more often and to utilize the park a lot more. The main areas that we've seen so far to be getting from people deal with the look of the park. How can we spruce it up, make it more friendly to everybody? But also accessibility is a big issue for a lot of people. People who have trouble crossing 83. People who have trouble coming up the hill at the back of the park. We want to try and get their opinions, then bring those kinds of things back to your committee, to the Parks Committee, and both share the surveys, but also how can we work with you to move things forward. We are probably going to need some grants, and I understand that the head of the Parks Commission is very good at getting grants, so I want to tap into that with him. And is that not true, Greg?
You know, I've talked about the grant for a long time, but I don't think we've ever applied for one.
Okay.
There were some issues with
It
it
would be-
last year, but
It would be new territory for
it
you.
would be.
Okay. And also, I would like to commit that with your planning committee, I know you haven't got any meetings scheduled yet according to the agenda, but when you do, I would be willing to come and sit with you all, talk about that park, find out ways in which we can work together. Any questions? Other than, how's Brad gonna do this?
Jim, I'm really curious about what kind of feedback you get, you know, regarding that park. So, and we have not had any scheduled meetings yet, but plan to do that. And maybe that's a location we can meet at,
Okay,
so. But we'll-
once it's a little warmer,
Yeah.
please.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, that would be great.
Okay,
Okay,
thanks, Jim.
thank you very much.
Thank you. All right, any other visitors wish to address council at this time? All right, can we have a motion to suspend the reading of the minutes then, please?
I'll second Khan.
Poland. Khan.
Aye.
Shoemaker.
Aye.
Vaughn.
Aye.
Hofstadter.
Aye.
Kellogg.
Yes.
Are there any additions or corrections to the minutes? Hearing none, can we have a motion to approve?
So moved.
Second.
Hofstadter.
Aye.
Vaughn.
Aye.
Shoemaker.
Aye.
Poland. Khan.
Aye.
Kellogg.
Yes.
All right, bill resolution 2024-7. Are there any questions on the bills totaling $125,601.66? Hearing none, can we have a motion to pay the bills?
I so move.
I'll second Khan.
Shoemaker.
Aye.
Khan. Vaughn.
Aye.
Poland. Hofstadter.
Aye.
Kellogg.
Yes.
Okay, Nate.
All right, the design review board met up last Wednesday. Yeah. Approved the applications for Sweet Tea Design, Trusty Wood Showroom, and the Chambers door and window replacement project. We do have a couple things coming in April, likely for both design review and planning and zoning. We should have meetings on, I believe it's the 2nd of April. The Worcester Road, Jones Street intersection, and I shared with a couple of you earlier, but funny coincidence, I sent an email out last week to my Brightspeed group I'd worked with on that pole removal, asking for an update now that the weather's breaking, and it bounced around a bunch of different people asking so-and-so to please respond, get an email Friday morning saying that if everything goes well, it'll be done by the end of the day. Yeah, okay, great. And lo and behold, I drive out there and they're working on it.
Yeah.
So they're out there again today working too. It didn't get done Friday, but they are working, so I was very pleasantly surprised.
And does it look like there are getting less wires on the
Yeah.
pole?
Yeah, we're gaining.
Okay,
There's more poles around it and
okay,
there's
okay.
things are moving, so it's a good thing. Nothing on our sidewalk or the post office projects. The bell at the square, the guys were able to get that prepped today, planning to pour that tomorrow morning. And hopefully keep traffic out of it till the concrete sets. Still working on the vehicles. We do have a street sweeper lined up for the week of April 21st. We're gonna rent a unit from Northeast Sweeper. So I'm gonna try it out, see how it goes. It'll be a little under $5,000 for the week. So I'm optimistic. I think it'll be a good spring cleaning tool for us. Get the majority of everything cleaned up. Omega is hosting their annual regional transportation public meeting at the county's township breakfast on the 22nd from 8 to 11. There was a spot for RSVPs in the invitation. If anybody wants a reservation, let me know. We can get you signed up for that.
I sent mine.
Did you get one? Okay. Well, if anybody else wants one, let me know. And then the last thing I wanted to let you know is our water billing upgrade. They are working on building our system right now. Marion has been having weekly meetings with our account rep that's doing the build. I asked Mary today what realistic time frame is, and she's hopeful that June billing will be able to use the new portals and system, be up and running. So good news.
Nate, on the street sweeping, since we've got it for that long, is that something that they would consider doing, like the big parking lot down at Deer Run?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's on the list.
So the goal is to hit everything that we can in that week, starting with the main drags, the main state routes, going out from there into the neighborhoods that have probably never been swept since they were installed. Hit all those, hit our lots, hit as much as we can.
Very good.
Is that water dependent or?
Somewhat. If it's pouring down rain, you can't really sweep, but if a light rain's actually helpful, keep dust down. It does have water, but a little mist actually helps you out. So as long as it isn't snowing or pouring down rain, we should be good.
Do we have a spring cleaning day? Spring?
Yeah, that is set in
May
Is it
17th.
May 17th?
May 17th.
Okay, I lost
Mhm.
track.
Yeah.
I believe that's it. Thank you.
I want to throw out a kudos for your department, administrator and assistant. Having an assistant there, I can see the difference it's making. You see these personnel, Mr. Klein, everything you
Huge
did, but you couldn't bring it all back and say, I did this, because you were so overwhelmed, so
Thank you.
kudos.
Well, thank you guys for bringing him on board. It's greatly appreciated on my end, believe me.
All right, Chief.
And just a couple things, update on the new car, I just found out today it should be delivered on Friday. So I'll call this week's schedule to get it decaled. I have no idea how long that'll take, I'm guessing probably within the next couple weeks. With that being said, so the normal process is we have the new car put in service, the old one goes, we sell on Gov Deals. A couple weeks ago, Lieutenant Peterman from District 1 contacted me, asked me what we did with the cars. I explained to him, normally we send it, put it on Gov Deals, sell it that way. He had asked if we would be interested in District 1 purchasing it. I told him that I would have to come to you guys, get your opinion, your approval, and go from there. He had also said that they needed to talk to their board to see if that would be something feasible. So that was a couple weeks ago. Last week, my rep from statewide called me and he said that they would offer me $5,500 for the cruiser that's going out of service.
And I said, well, the thing is I was kind of waiting, gonna talk to council about, with District 1. And he said, okay, just let us know, one way or the other. So I found out from Lieutenant Peterman that the District 1 board meeting is this Thursday, which is when they would have to talk to their board to get permission, approval to make the purchase. I did tell them that the offer from statewide was $5,500. So that's what they're gonna go to their board. I guess I need guidance from you guys. Do I wait for District 1 to tell me yea or nay, or do I take the $5,500 from statewide, and then we can go from there, so. I don't know if you guys care my opinion. Either way, if, we say we wanna hold it for District 1, District 1 decides no, statewide turns around and says no, we still would simply put it on Gov Deals. So it's not like I'm gonna get stuck with a car at any point, so.
And is it still in good enough operating condition that you would feel comfortable selling it to them and not feel like you're handing them a lemon or anything?
No, I explained, and Lieutenant Peterman's from the sheriff's office, so he knows when cruisers go out of service, they're used. It has just under 100,000, but they had looked on Gov Deals, and the price, the $5,500 is not, they don't feel anything out of line. I was a little worried because they have not looked at the car. None of this came up when the car was here. My rep from statewide never said anything to me about, using it as a trade-in. I didn't know it was an option, so I never talked to them about it. But they were in the process of taking our radios and stuff out of that car, and evidently they decided that they obviously are gonna make money on that car. So, that's where they came up with their offer. And I explained to Lieutenant Peterman, I haven't talked to Chief Rafferty about it, but I told him, it's far from being a pristine car, but we have regular maintenance and service. One of the things they're looking at is it would still have the light bar on it, so one of the things they only have to do is change the colors. So that's obviously gonna be savings. The siren is already in there, so that's already, a savings for them if they would buy one that didn't have that stuff in it, so. So I guess right now I'm looking for guidance from you guys. Do we wait to hear from them after their board meeting on Thursday, or do I tell, statewide we'll do the $5,500?
My opinion is if it can stay local and help another local agency, I'd be in favor of that. Since we have a backup and then a backup to the backup offer potentially, so I would say if it can help them, great.
Okay, I will get a hold of them and let them know. That's all I have, thank you.
Thank you. Bobby?
All right, everyone acknowledged the February financials, so thanks for that. I'm gonna jump out of order. The job posting, I just kind of want to let you guys know, I've had a couple hits on that. It did get delayed getting into the Bargain Hunter, so it's in there. It was in there this week, and I did here in the Worcester Weekly News, and it's gonna run for 2 weeks. So hopefully we get some interest in that. Right now we have 3 applications, which isn't a lot, so hopefully some more come in. And most importantly for me today is we've got to talk about our property and liability insurance. We've had several meetings over the last couple of months, and just late last week, we got our quote for renewal from Assured Partners, the Ohio plan, which is what we currently have. So I kind of did a little side-by-side comparison for you guys, and if you kind of go down through it, I started with the premium. The premium for the Ohio plan renewal, which is what our current plan is $52,629, and it's nearly a $10,000 savings to go with the PEP plan, which is with the local agent, Burgett Insurance Agency out of Kilbuck. I gave some examples of property valuations when they're figuring up our premium. They take a look at all the valuations of all of our properties, the vehicles, software, hardware, everything we own. So there are some kind of side-by-side comparisons. They're not majorly different, but there are some differences there. The PEP plan actually has our valuations slightly higher than the Ohio plan. And then I also listed, basically the plans are identical as far as coverage goes, limitations and things like that. So those things, and then they offer, both plans offer online trainings that would be available for all of us, things like cybersecurity. I know we talked a lot about that last year, and I still think it's a really good idea for anybody who uses a village email, a village computer at all, should probably take a cybersecurity training once a year. So that's a goal of mine. Whichever plan we go with, I want to see that happen sometime in the next year. And then the last section of this comparison sheet are some of the pros that we found with the two proposals. So as you can see, the PEP plan they listed out some of their perks that come along with their plans really well. And I'm not saying that all those things aren't available with the other plan, but they were not listed on the proposal. So I don't think they have the same thing. One nice little thing that I was talking to Chad about, and Nate too, but they offer a $1,000 grant each year for anything safety related. So that could be anything. I mean, we already buy far more than $1,000 a year for safety related materials. So we could get reimbursement for things we already get, or we can set that aside for high visibility shirts for the street department or something. You know, there's all kinds of things. Yeah, yeah. So, is there anything on here that you guys have questions about?
I'll show you my ignorance. The Ohio Plan, is that a local agency, somebody we deal with, or
It's
Columbus?
not. So Assured Partners, we've been with them for years and years, but they are not in Holmes County. They're
Okay.
outside of the county.
That's what I like about Burgett, it's local.
I like that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we all
I
kind
like
of agreed.
that 3.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
You like it too? I like it 3.
Yeah, I think we all probably can agree with that, so.
Looks like a good plan.
I think one of the striking differences I saw in the two proposals, and God forbid we'd ever need to test this, but the Ohio plan we have $2 million of coverage with a $4 million aggregate limit. With PEP, there's no limit. It's $2 million per occurrence with no cap. Like I said, I hope and pray we never need to test that, but it's nice to have.
Does someone want to make a motion?
I'll make a motion,
I'll second it.
Okay, you're making.
Okay,
a
hold
motion.
on, make the motion
for PEP.
for PEP, okay.
He was quick.
Yeah.
I'm usually slow, I'm old.
All right, Vaughn,
Aye.
Shoemaker,
Aye.
Pullen, Hofstadter,
Aye.
Khan,
Aye.
and Kellogg.
Yes.
That's it for me. Thanks, guys.
Okay, Bob.
Several things. The lawsuits with regard to the trailer court are proceeding. Tomorrow there's a meeting, legal aid is with any residents of the trailer park that want to join in the suit that are eligible for their services. They're going to meet at the library tomorrow night. The theory of the cause of action should include the appointment of a receiver, which should get the attention of the owner, because the court could order all of the rent money to be collected by the receiver, and then the receiver can use it in the manner that the court would approve, which means that, for instance, I heard that they hadn't paid the trash bill. I don't know if that was, I heard that that was
That's
an
true.
issue.
They haven't. That's true.
So the receiver could pay the trash bill and get the trash picked up, could pay for water leaks that spring down there and get them repaired, that sort of thing. It would also get the owner's attention because the owner wouldn't be getting the money. So that's likely to get the attention. We've decided probably not to pursue our condemnation lawsuit right now because it's not going to have the desired effect. Those trailers that would be condemned are not rented anyhow. So there's no cash that we would be interfering with the owner. Also, some of those trailers are not owned by the owner of the trailer park, they're owned by other people. And so we would be, filing against other people to fix up these trailers or move them, which is probably the reason that they were sold for $1 to these people, because now all of a sudden they've inherited the liability of moving those trailers out of the trailer park. So we're just not gonna proceed on that right now. I mean, we can at a later date, but we're not going to right now. The second mortgage holder, I had a conversation with him last week. He is still contemplating filing a foreclosure on the second mortgage. Again, that should get the owner's attention, because I presume that would trigger a foreclosure by the first mortgage holder, and then there could be a foreclosure sale at some point in the future. Other things that I've been working on, I worked quite a bit on the DORA application that I see it was on the agenda for an old business. The council rules need to be revised, and also our personnel policy needs to be revised. And we're trying to set up a meeting sometime in April for that. I sent out an email late last week, and hopefully we can get, did everybody get Kevin's? So he's has, that's the date he suggested is fine with me. I don't know how it fits.
Yeah,
with
that's
schedule.
fine with me.
Okay, all right. Is that okay with Chad and Nate too?
I don't know yet.
Oh, you don't know yet? Okay, all right, just let me know as soon as you know. I think that's it.
Okay,
Okay.
thank you. Okay, so we have committee meetings. This week we have Business and Housing Committee meeting on Wednesday at 6 p.m. And that's the only committee meeting that I know of until the next council meeting. Are there any committee reports? We have no legislation tonight. The DORA application is under old business. I got a phone call from Taylor Sigler. It is not ready for the ordinance yet, so that will be coming to council at the next council meeting. So we will be voting on that the second council meeting of April. So she wasn't sure time frame with Vintage in the Village being on May the 17th. So we're just gonna go with what we can do because it needs 3 readings. So we're just gonna do our 3 readings and move forward. Other old business, I have notes here. I wanted to talk about Bobby's Advertising. That's all I've got for old business. I've got some new businesses. Anyone else have old business? No? All right, anybody have new business? I received a letter from Andrew Brenner of the Ohio's 19th District that I wanted to read to you guys. On behalf of the Ohio Senate, I'm pleased to extend special recognition to the Village of Millersburg on receiving the Appalachian Region Historic Revitalization Subgrant, a remarkable achievement combining civic concern and dedication with selfless initiative to become a dynamic leader in historic revitalization throughout Ohio. The Appalachian Region Historic Revitalization Subgrant is a fitting tribute to the Village of Millersburg for the outstanding efforts it has displayed in many significant endeavors. Through their unfaltering devotion to service, the citizens of Millersburg have distinguished themselves as conscientious and hardworking Ohioans. Willingly giving of their time, energy, and abilities, they have striven, I don't know how you pronounce that, I've never seen striven, to better the world around them. Through their generous contributions to historic revitalization, they have earned the respect and esteem of many. We are certain that in the years to come, they will continue to demonstrate the same unwavering commitment to excellence for which they have become known, and they are truly deserving of high praise. Thus, with sincere pleasure, we congratulate them on their award, commend them for their exemplary record of community service, and salute them as some of Ohio's finest citizens. So, thank you, Mr. Brenner. I wanted to congratulate Loudon Dixon, the 150-pound West Holmes State Wrestling Champion. He won yesterday. Congratulations, Loudon and his family. I saw some very exciting photographs on social media. I had one more thing. I want to give everyone a friendly reminder. As elected officials of this village, we are public servants. It is our job to serve and represent the citizens of this village. There have been some rude and condescending remarks made to village employees by officials lately. This behavior will not be tolerated. As elected leaders, we are here to serve, not be served. Village employees deserve the respect they give to each of us. So whether it be in person or on the phone or through other people, please remember to be kind and considerate to our employees. And that is all I have for new business. Anybody have anything else?
Do we have to take ethics training again this year? Is that an
No.
It's once per
term?
Okay.
And then there was the video, and I think that one that
Is
one's
that-
got a
is
strange.
that-
I've got a spreadsheet, and I'll get,
Okay,
when it's
figure
time to
that
do that
out.
again, I'll let you know.
Yeah,
We're good
I
for
thought the
now.
training is once per term, so, yeah,
I wasn't sure.
so that should be good. Okay. Anyone have anything else to add from the gallery? All right, we do not have anything for executive session tonight, so do we have a motion for adjournment?
Second.
Poland. Hofstadter.
Aye.
Shoemaker.
Aye.
Vaughn.
Aye.
Kahn.
Aye.
Kellogg.
Yes.
All right, thank you all. Have a wonderful evening.